Either, whatever is comfortable for you.
I think most of you know me. My name is George Golov. I'm Tom Golov's youngest son. And I've known Dad my whole life.
Excuse me.
My dad taught me all the things that you expect a good dad to teach his kids. He taught me right from wrong. He taught me how to build things. He taught me the right way to tackle somebody for football. He taught me how to repair things around my house. It saved me tens of thousands of dollars over the years. He taught me how to be a good husband to my wife. He taught me how to raise my kids by setting a wonderful example all the years. He didn't say, do this and do that. I just watched him as we were growing up and watched how he raised us. And if anybody thinks that your kids don't watch you, let me just explain it to you. You're wrong. They watch everything. And I could probably talk for 2 hours, I won't, about all the things we learned from our dads. In the last year, I did woodworking projects with him, and I was still amazed at how he did things and said, show me how you did that again, Dad? He was still teaching me. He was just a wonderful man. He was never wrong. You just have to ask him if you wanted to question that, and he would tell you. He had his opinions, but they were always pretty well founded. He would research a subject, and once he researched it and had an opinion, that was it. And if you didn't want that opinion, you just didn't bring that subject up. But he was a great man. He was a really great man. He pretty much spent his whole life taking care of everybody around him. And I don't think you'll find anybody that will tell you otherwise. I miss him. He was just one of those guys that always was interested in, what can I do for you? What can I teach you? What can I show you how to do that's better for you and better for your family? And I don't know how anybody could expect more out of a father than that. So we were very fortunate to have a traditional father knows best family. And there's a lot of families that don't even know how to relate to that. We grew up with that. So when we talk to a single mother or a single father that's raising kids, we kind of look at them and go, wow, that's tough, because we were lucky. We were very lucky. So thank you all for listening.
Well, my name is Alan Golov. I'm George's older brother by exactly 2 years. A couple of things strike me about my dad. He came a long way. When he was a little kid, they lived in a house that his dad built, had no indoor plumbing, had no electricity for several years. And as he grew up, he not only had a lot of fun playing around in the country of California, but he learned a lot of skills. And as he grew older and lived in Eureka, those skills were, things like carpentry. He built a boat. He knew how to finish concrete, things like that that he could use to make a living. Later on, he got an education here at the university, and he never stopped learning. I mean, he did knew all about insurance and pension planning. Almost anything anybody would bring up, like George said, he would research it and get to know it very well. And he even, knew how to build buildings. He designed and built his house in Phoenix. He also helped design the infrastructure for the physical sciences complex there at the university. So really a smart guy, was never afraid to learn anything. And so it really strikes me how far he came in his life. The other thing that I would say, and George touched on this, is we all set examples all the time. And anybody who's a parent knows that, but almost anybody does, even when you're driving and all those kinds of things. And especially when you have kids. And the examples we set sometimes are good, sometimes aren't so good. They're always a learning experience for whoever's watching. But I have to say that my dad's examples were almost always very good. And he was a great role model, and I'll miss him very much.